Blocktails is absolute peak. So like, if you don't know what Blocktails is, imagine Paper Mario with Earthbound, but in Roblox. So I'm gonna just like summarize it and explain why it is so peak. So it starts off with you, yes, you the character, seeing a news report about this VIP convention with Builderman himself, David Bazooki. So you head on there, and guess what? He's there. But then the show gets hijacked. Oh no. So you fight off the bad guys and hit this time machine thing. Yeah, it's not that important. But then you wake up. So, loser. Anyway, you meet this penguin called Terry, and he like tells you to meet the hotel staff, and then the hotel staff send you to meet Shedletsky at Roblox HQ. But when you get there, he's being beaten up by these two noobs called Red and Blue. Loser. Yeah, so anyway, he tells you to like go to this castle, so you go into the meadows, as you do, and then like beat up Red and Blue and their uncle, stepdad. I don't know, it gets revealed sometime. Yeah. So you arrive at this place called Road Town, where the mayor tells you to like go find some gem guy or something, and he gives you an adventure ID, and then yeah, you find Jim, and then you find some dynamite, so you blow Jim out of the rock that he was trapped in for many days without food or water. I don't know how he lasted that long. Yeah, so anyway, you arrive at Blackrock Castle, where like you beat up the king to get this sword thing that heals you. It's actually pretty dope. Yeah, so in chapter 2, you go onto this plane to this place. That's it, it's just a place called Plainstown. And then you arrive at Teritopoulos. I don't care. And then you see, crap. I'm trying to do this in one recording, okay? So then you see the mayor of getting kidnapped by his son Griefer, and also a gorilla. So they like run away, and you have to chase them with your jeep, which, the minigame you have to play for the jeep. I spent 3 hours trying to beat this. It was not that cool. Anyway, so you arrive, and then like Griefer keeps running away from you, and so like you run into Bigfoot. Yes, this game is weird, man. Anyway, so you beat him up, and then like a bunch of mangoes fall from the sky. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So then after that, you go to like Griefer's treehouse or something. It's his crib, apparently. So then after 2 absolute bangers of boss fights, you obtain the second sword, the Venom Shank, which like, it's good, but like, So in chapter or demo 3, whichever, I really couldn't care less. You hop on like this train to go to this spooky place, but the train is hijacked. So then Red and Blue, the guys you beat up earlier, like Nubador and that, are like driving the train or something. I've kind of forgot. And then these 2 more other noobs, green and purple, suddenly like just hijack the already hijacked train. This game, man. Alright, so you like beat them up, and then red and blue thank you and that, so like you can call them in battle, which is pretty cool, honestly. So then you reach this said spooky place, and this butler guy, like, is acting real suspicious. But you meet, this kitchen wizard, which you met in chapter 1, but, like, no one really cares. Like, he's just kind of there. Yeah, so you, like, help this guy cook or something. And then you go and attack a turkey, but then also attack Jason at the same time. Like, just underground. Just because. Yeah. So, the next sword is apparently dangerous to touch, so the kitchen wizard goes to get, like, a paper towel or something. But you decide to touch it. Yeah, the player isn't that smart. Yeah. So the player's sent to the inside of the sword, apparently. And they arrive in a 2D world, which just adds to the Paper Mario. But yeah, so they meet Builderman, of all people, who, like, tells them to relax or, like, forget about your depression or something. Yeah, it's really weird. So you meet these guys that, like, you kill, obviously, being greed, solitude, and fear. They're pretty chill, but after fear, yeah, it gets a bit heated, because the last guy is hatred. All of these are the player's mental feelings. It gets deep. So you fight hatred, who is very hard. But oh no, wait, no. Hatred is very hard to beat. No, wait, that's worse. As a boss, he is hard to beat. Okay? But, yeah, so then you beat him, and, like, you get to leave the sword and that. So then the kitchen wizard gets it for you, and you now have the Ghost Walker. Yeah, the player might need therapy. Okay, so in Demo 4, the player goes to Bisville Docks to go somewhere again to obtain the next sword, the Firebrand. And they make it to, like, this ancient tomb with hieroglyphs. Alright, I just had it. What the fuck? They see hieroglyphics on the walls. Oh yeah, they also meet pirates for some reason. So then, like, they run into this genie called the Great Flotchy. What a name. So then, like, the player obtains this ship in a bottle to, like, to ship across the thing that bottles are filled with. Water. Yeah, they gain the ability to sail. I'd say it's pretty cool. Anyway, so you, like, do these 4 puzzles, and then, like, you go into this temple, which is, like, filled with, like, 10 times more puzzles. Yeah, this chapter isn't that fight induced, so anyway, you find a shovel for some reason, and then you can, guess what, the shovel can dig. Crazy. Anyway, so you and CALYPSO meet up with this Captain Trotter, but then the temple guardian, who might be Tutankhamun, like, just stomps on the bridge that you're standing on. So then, you murder him, as you do. Yeah, so the captain's crew died from the fall. Kinda sad. So you do some more puzzles and that. But then he becomes suspicious of you for some reason. Because he thought you brought him up to this tower thing just to kill them or something. So then there's a boss fight with Captain Trotter. You beat him, but then these guys who weren't even invited, called the Ancients, just show up just because they can. Yeah, these guys are 10 times harder. No, oh my, they're harder to beat. Oh, they're harder to beat as bosses, or a boss. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you kill them. Yeah, and that's basically it for now. But you can get a good couple of call guards. This is called Red and Blue, which we went over. Called Griefer, which is obtained by cooking. Yeah, called the Gorilla, which has no chance of spawning, which is really sad. Call Cruel King, which happens at the Guru, which no one talks about. We don't go there. And probably some more that I forgot. I'll add them in the edit. Okay, bye. Okay, so I have 22 hours on Blocktails. I have an unhealthy addiction. But I really hope this video gets anyone who hasn't heard of this game to play it, because they absolutely should. Apart from the Jeep minigame, I hate the Jeep minigame so much.